It's 2026. Your alarm adjusted itself based on your sleep data. Your calendar reorganized your meetings before you opened your eyes. Your email replies were drafted automatically. Your grocery list was predicted. Your news feed was filtered. Your route to work was optimized. Nothing dramatic happened. No takeover. No robots in the streets. AI didn't arrive loudly. It blended in. And now, most people don't notice how often their decisions are quietly influenced. But as everyday life becomes more automated, something else must evolve. Human clarity. In 2026, AI is not a separate tool. It's infrastructure. At work, AI drafts reports, summarizes meetings, analyzes trends, schedules calls, and assists decision-making. The role of many professionals is shifting from producing information to guiding it. At home, smart systems predict what you'll need before you ask. Streaming platforms decide what you'll watch. Shopping apps suggest what you'll buy. Digital assistants respond before you finish your sentence. In education, students receive personalized learning paths generated by AI tutors. Feedback is instant. Testing adapts in real time. In creativity, writers use AI to brainstorm. Designers use AI to generate drafts. Musicians use AI to experiment with sound. Daily life is smoother, faster, more efficient. But efficiency changes behavior. When friction disappears, so does the need for certain skills. And that's where the real shift begins. When AI begins assisting nearly every decision, human thinking adapts. We outsource small choices first, then medium ones, then complex ones. We stop asking, "What do I think?" and start asking, "What does the system suggest?" AI suggestions feel neutral, but they are guided by data, patterns, probabilities. Over time, this can create subtle dependency. When everything is optimized for us, intentional thinking becomes optional. And optional thinking weakens. Attention spans shorten because answers are immediate. Deep thinking feels slower because we are used to instant clarity. But clarity that comes instantly isn't always understanding. Sometimes it's just convenience. In 2026, the most valuable mental skill may not be intelligence. It may be deliberate thought. The ability to pause before accepting the optimized answer. AI doesn't just shape what we do. It shapes what we feel. Algorithms now understand patterns in human emotion. They know what captures attention, what triggers curiosity, what keeps people scrolling. Personalized feeds are designed around emotional engagement. This creates comfort, familiarity, validation, but it can also create emotional bubbles. When AI filters information based on past behavior, we see more of what reinforces us. Less friction, less disagreement, less challenge. And growth often requires friction. In a world where technology understands our emotions better than ever, emotional clarity becomes essential. The ability to recognize when you're being nudged, when your attention is being shaped, when your reactions are being amplified. Without awareness, influence feels like choice. AI reduces effort. We move less to accomplish more. We tap instead of walk, scroll instead of explore, automate instead of engage. But the physical shift isn't entirely negative. AI fitness systems personalize workouts. Health tracking predicts illness. Sleep monitors optimize rest. Technology can amplify discipline, or it can amplify distraction. The difference isn't the tool. It's the user. Here's what most people forget. AI begins with human input. A prompt, a goal, a direction. AI does not choose meaning. It calculates probability. Humans define purpose. As tools become more powerful, our thinking must become more precise. Clarity is no longer optional in an AI-driven world. It's protection. Clarity determines what we automate, what we protect, what we allow to influence us, what we keep sacredly human. In 2026, AI is not replacing humanity. It is magnifying it. If we are distracted, distraction scales. If we are confused, confusion accelerates. If we are clear, clarity expands. The future will not belong to the most automated. It will belong to the most aware. Mentally, we must practice thinking without assistance. Sit with complexity. Question suggestions. Emotionally, we must strengthen awareness. Notice when content shapes our mood. Protect our attention like it's currency. Physically, we must design boundaries. Move intentionally. Rest intentionally. Disconnect intentionally. AI is changing everyday life in 2026. That is certain. What remains uncertain is how clearly we choose to live alongside it. If artificial intelligence continues to evolve this quickly, the real evolution must happen within us. Because in the end, every intelligent system still begins with a human decision. And clarity is the one thing no machine can generate on its own. Subscribe for the next chapter.